Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
And good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're having a great start to your Monday. Well, the Halloween festivities will be kicking off later on this weekend as the 31st falls on a Tuesday this year, meaning that there could be up to 5 days worth of Halloween fun, but that also means that there are 5 days where we need to be extra careful, and the city of Grand Rapids wants to make sure we do just that. Officer Ray Erickson with the Grand Rapids Police Department joins us now to talk about some very important and useful safety tips to celebrate Halloween safely. Officer Erickson, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And, just kind of first starting off, just from the police department's perspective, what does Halloween pose as sort of adding any additional issues or potential issues with, if there are any at all, with kind of keeping everybody safe, kind of keeping a track on the city and just kind of maintaining order?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think probably the biggest challenge for us is just having so many extra people on the road. Walking alongside the road in dusk where cars are driving and can't necessarily see people. So making sure that we're staying safe while we're walking around and having fun that's kind of our biggest challenge for this night.
Absolutely. And the City of Grand Rapids did release a pretty big list of some important safety tips for people to kind of keep in mind while celebrating Halloween. I did want to kind of touch on just a couple of them. Obviously, one of the big things that's going to be happening for Halloween is all these kids are going out trick-or-treating, going door to door, and parents going along with them. What are some things that they need to kind of keep in mind, or maybe kids that are going off, maybe they're a little bit older and are kind of just going around the neighborhood? What are some key points of safety that they need to keep in mind when they are trick-or-treating?
Sure. Everybody that's out there is going to be wanting to have fun. So do your best to have as much fun as you can in a safe way. If you're bigger than the little kids, make sure you give them a little bit of leeway because this might be their first time doing it. Be respectful to those that are on the road and be kind and make sure you share the space because everybody's out there doing the same thing.
And as trick-or-treating kind of wraps up, all the kids are going to be bringing their candy home. And we've been hearing it for years. Parents, check your kids' candy. We've heard a lot of crazy stories really from across the country of things found in candy. But for parents that are maybe new to this or first time trick-or-treating or maybe they haven't really known what to look for, what are the specific things that parents kind of need to keep an eye on when checking their kids' candies? Are there any particular objects that you guys are kind of encouraging parents to keep an eye out for? Or really, what's sort of the best way to go about that?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I don't think necessarily anything specific by way of new trends or anything like that. More so just be diligent in looking over the things that your child brings home. If a candy wrapper seems to be manipulated in any way, if it's kind of half off or it looks to have been opened, just throw that one out. Don't even worry about it. Probably don't allow any unwrapped treats, home-baked treats or homemade treats. That always causes some room for concern because you don't know what's in it. So you want something, if you're going to allow your kids to participate in trick-or-treating and actually bring the treats home and consume them, make sure that they're consuming things that are well packaged, individually packaged, that appear to be, at least to the best of your idea, that it's packaged from the manufacturer and not something that somebody just kind of threw together in their home.
Absolutely. And I do want to remind everybody watching that if you would like to find the full list of tips that the City of Grand Rapids has released for Halloween, you can definitely find that right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Officer Erickson, kind of on the flip side now, we talked about the kiddos and how they can stay safe during Halloween, but there are a lot of adults that are going to be venturing out to celebrate the holiday as well, whether it's going out to a bar or maybe another adult-only themed event. What are some of the ways that they can really stay safe? Obviously, as we mentioned already, that there's going to be a lot of people out there celebrating this weekend. So what are some of the best ways to kind of minimize that risk?
Yeah, again, great point. We all want to have fun. I encourage people to do that. Just be safe and smart about it. If you're out and you're consuming alcohol and you intend on driving, check yourself. Make sure you're not too intoxicated to drive. If you feel that you are, the best thing to do is to call for a ride, maybe a friend or one of the rideshare entities that are out there are always a good option. If you can stay where you're at, that might be a good option too, and just leave the next day. But just remember that even if you're not consuming alcohol and you're out having a good time on Halloween, there might be people that are, and to be diligent in making sure that you're safe no matter what you're doing.
All great points. And Officer Erickson, kind of wrapping up now, we would like to hear, just from your own perspective as being a member of the Grand Rapids Police Department, if you could just give one piece of safety advice, information, a tip, or anything to anybody, no matter the age, what would it be to really just enjoy Halloween to the max and then also stay safe?
Yeah. I always say make sure you're having fun. It's a holiday that people like to enjoy. There are a lot of really neat costumes out there. If you're a people watcher, it's always a good one for that. Just make sure that you're keeping yourself as safe as possible, because when you're safe, you're keeping everybody else safe, and everybody can have fun at that point.
Absolutely. All right, Officer Erickson, again, thank you so much for stopping by the live desk today. We really do appreciate it.
No, it's entirely my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.